It's that time again. Wednesday comics. Hello, everyone. How are you guys all doing? So good to see you on this happy Wednesday, May 27th. Was able to get the stream in. The last few weeks I've been starting a little earlier. Today I couldn't do it. I had to get some deliveries out and it delayed me. I just kept looking at the clock the whole time, kept pushing me later and later. I don't know if you guys remember. I think last Wednesday I had I was gonna go go exercise with some friends after I streamed, and so I had timed it where it worked out. They asked me to go exercise again today. I don't think it's gonna work out, so I'm just gonna get fat and read comics with you guys. That's what this Wednesday is about. I think. We'll see. I don't know. There was a lot of things that came out this week, a lot of books that I picked up, and so I don't know if I'm going to be able to rush through this. And you got to give it its time. But how are you guys doing? My name is Rocky Ballesteros. Thank you guys for joining me live here on my channel. It was 700 subscribers. Now it's 699. It actually flip-flopped over the last 2 days from 699 to 700. I was like, come on, YouTube, just give me the one subscriber. Quit shadow banning that one subscriber or like yanking them off my subscription list, because that's just not great. It's just one subscriber. So there was a time some of you checked in here and there during the week and were like, woohoo, we made it. And I was like, yeah. And then I would look and I'm like, wait, no, we didn't. And I'm like, boo. So it's been a little, I wouldn't even categorize it as a roller coaster. What's a smaller roller coaster? Speed bump? I don't know. But it's just been this like, and I was like, ah, oh, dang it. So I'm not even going to celebrate until we get to maybe like 705. And then maybe I'll feel comfortable saying we hit 700 subscribers. But whatever, 699, 700, tomato. Here we are. And everybody that's here now live, you guys are what really matters. None of those like ghosting one subscriber here, not subscriber there. You guys are what matters. So thank you so much for joining me here today. And yeah, there was a lot of, actually, before I even get into the comics, part of the reason like I disappeared from chat right before the stream started, because I love engaging with you guys in the chat when I don't have to focus on the camera and blah, 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 blah. But I went upstairs, just, got to make sure everything's right, get something to drink, get my water. Oh, I forgot my water bottle. I'll have to run out and get that in a second. Get my water bottle. I wanted to get a snack, and somebody in my house stole my peanut M&Ms. I was in the mood for some peanut M&Ms, and I placed them in a specific spot, and somebody stole them. So the last like minute before the stream started, I was just like cursing the air, getting ready to like chew out somebody in my family for finishing my snacks. I know one of my kids stole it. I see you. So I don't have any snack, but I do have. It's this is sugarcane sugarcane juice from Costco is selling it with a little bit of lemon in it. It's actually quite good. So that's what I got. That's it. No crunchy peanut wonderfulness though, unfortunately. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Awesome seeing you guys mosey on in here and point out my countdown problems and how late I am to start the stream. It's really not. I'm really not that late. I have to make sure my inner voice is louder than your guys' voices, just to remind myself, like, you're doing okay, Rocky. You're doing fine. You're not torturing people with long countdowns. It's not that bad. 2-minute countdown plus 3 plus ish. How long is that? clip. 3-ish? I don't know. That's not so bad. It's not so bad. Good things come to those who wait. But yes, Cranberry Landers, I am doing a My Wednesday Comics on a Wednesday. How you doing, my friend?
This is a cranberry, full of power.
Cranberry Landers, faithful subscriber, faithful member of my channel. He's not unsubscribing or unmembering himself here. Unmembering? Not a good word. He's not desubscribing. I don't know. Good seeing you, Cranberry. How you doing? Steampunker, aloha, amigos. The chat ninja. The comrade of all Sammys. How are you doing, Steampunker? Great seeing you as well. I wasn't that late. I really wasn't. Rocky was so interested in being part of the vaunted 700 Club, they revoked his membership, though. Yeah, I think when you want things too much, they don't happen. So I just got to be nonchalant about it. 700, it's no big deal. No big deal. Mo Biggs. Wait, where is the Mo Biggs? I missed the Mo Biggs. Mo Biggs in the house. What's up, Mo Biggs?
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
My cat, maybe his cat ate his wires. No, my cats are, let's see, it's 3 o'clock right now where I'm at. My cats are well asleep. It's going to be around 4:35 that they're going to start waking up and then start annoying me and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So we're good. We're protected from the cats right now. Care to explain what you did to lose that one subscriber? I don't know. I think I talked about it too much, maybe. Made too much of a to-do about it. Okay, we made it through one timer checkpoint now. Time for the other. You guys. Typical T Green, she made it. What's up, Typical T Green? I need to relabel your sound effect.
Roses are red. Violets are blue.
Because I'm always looking under the Lindsay Rose. I got to relabel it. Typical T Green. How are you doing, Typical T Green? Rocky, you went from 700 to... I know. It's not... Whatever. 700. Nobody cares about 700. Yeah. A little late at the draw. The first cat probably chewed the wires. He's currently blaming and scolding the poor second cat. No, my second cat... I mean, wait. The first cat. The second cat, the one you call my not favorite cat, he does things that are very, very obviously wrong. My first cat, he's kind of dopey a little bit. He has no, like, here's an example. When I feed the two of them, I feed them at the same time. They eat wet food for dinner, portion it out, and then I put them both on the floor. And the second cat is like straight at it, like, and the first cat, he's the one who's the loudest. So if you guys have heard meowing on my stream before, that's my first cat. We'll call him my first cat. He is definitely the loudest, complains the most. But when I put the food in front of him, he'll just stare at me. And I'm like, dude, the food's right there. And he'll just stare for a little bit. And the other one's just like, bah, 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 bah. And then finally it'll take like 5 seconds. And then he'll be like, oh, the food's here. So it's not all up there. Not the brightest of the bunch, but he's the sweetest. So yeah. What did happen to the one subscriber? I don't know. I have no idea what happened to that one subscriber. I think it's like, I can't imagine somebody's like subscribing and then leaves, and then somebody else comes in and subscribes and leaves. I think it might have something to do with the YouTube vetting process algorithm. I don't know what it is, but it's so specific that it's one, right? It's kind of weird. Or somebody's just screwing with me, possibly. I wouldn't put it past. Let's see. Cran, that's mean. Resubscribe. Maybe it's Cranberry Landers. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. I don't know. Let's ask Steampunker. Maybe my second favorite cat would never subscribe. That's how mean he is. 3 minutes late, and he's the unmitigated gall to run the countdown. That countdown's always happening, unless I mistakenly don't put it in the queue. But yeah, that countdown's here to stay, guys. Maybe I should change it up. Maybe that'll I have to make it more like hyped. I don't know. I always say these things, but then I don't do it. Anyone else have their primary this week? Primary. Are we talking about politics? I don't know. I don't think so. I think ours are in California. I think it's June, first week of June. I think. I don't know. I don't follow politics close enough, other than the bigger news bites. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I know that I'm supposed to vote sometime in the beginning of June, so I'm guessing that's when our primary is. I don't know. Mo Biggs, yes, June 2nd. Yeah, I think me and Mo, I think we're on the same coast, so I think we're similar. We're same state, so I think similar. I feel bad for Rocky. Exchanged his Massey's Nassies hoodie for the Cornyn's Cornballs wife beater. What's up? About time. There we go. You look tired, Rocky. Exhausted. Do I? Am I? Oh man. Now I'm all self-conscious about that. The other day it was like somebody said not look tired. Oh yeah, it was like bloodshot. I think it was awesome when he was saying that my eyes were bloodshot, but I honestly think it's like the color grading on my camera, not my eyes. But I don't just look tired, Cran. I am tired. I'm always tired. I don't know why. I think it's just my age. We seem to be on opposite sides in the exercise spectrum, currently on my walking pad. Yes, well, it's a little hard if you're watching my show for me to be exercising while you're doing that. So we do have to kind of be on the opposite sides of the spectrum. But it's okay. I've gotten some other forms of exercise this week. I don't think there's any way I'm going to make it. We'll see how fast it goes. Maybe I'll just skip. Nah, I can't do it. I was going to say maybe I'll skip some of the chat, but I can't do that. Mo Big says, could John have unsubscribed? I don't know. That would be a sad, sad day if that happened. That would be a really, really sad day. Rocky's roller coaster was downgraded to the Granny's Grand Prix at Bugs Bunny World. It was the cat. Yeah, maybe. American Discord, Shelby, save us. How are you doing? Stop watching your sub counts, Rocky. It's a lot like when you own stocks. Revisit once a month, you'll hit 1K before you know it. I'm loosely watching it. I think earlier in the channel, I was a lot more like, oh my gosh, I was really excited. Not that it's not exciting now, but I'm not I'm not watching it like Bitcoin. Somebody stole my peanut M&Ms. If you're going to keep... Okay, fair enough. Peanut M&Ms thief. I know, it's really... And the week before, somebody stole my chocolate. It was my Dubai chocolate bar. I think it's the same person. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to confront that person later today. I'm really not that late. The gaslighting has reached levels that would make Bancroft blush. I appreciate that, Steampunker. We always need people in our lives to kind of burst that bubble when we think we're doing well. And you guys are it for me. Timmy Mello, what's up, man? Aw, Timmy Mello.
And the Guardians are headed to October.
Hail Chat will probably only be around a short period before running off for an evening appointment. No problem, Timmy Mello. I just want to say I am sorry for how things panned out in the NBA for you and your Cavs. It was kind of brutal, not gonna lie. They just got steamrolled, man, by the Knicks. So, You have now joined me on the sidelines watching the rest of the teams advance. But yeah, the Knicks were something else this round. But hope you're doing well. Hope you're recovering well. It was pretty brutal, though. Unmembering, you could see Rocky plotting the home neutering of cat. He's already neutered. Misremembering? That might mean something else. Cranberry Langer says, my back went out. Oh, geez. Sorry to hear that, Cran. That's not good. I had some back issues last year. It was not bad. It was not bad. It was not good at all. It was really demoralizing. And my cat... I think I shared this with you guys. My cat, my favorite cat was the straw that broke the old man's back. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, yeah, he kind of like lifting him up was what like really tweaked my back out, but it was bad. It lasted a long time. Cranberry says I'm being fat and reading comics right now. Awesome. Welcome to the club. Hi, Chad. I'm coloring a cover for someone's book about a team of marijuana plant superheroes while my office is resonating full of Rocky's voice. Marijuana plant superheroes. Can we even guess what that is, or is that an independent book? Marijuana. Sounds like an indie book, but if it's not, I would love to guess what that is. Sounds awesome. Maybe coloring a lot of green. Sounds awesome. K-pop's in the house. Long time no see, K-pop. Great seeing you here. How are you been? How you be? Smoky Mon Leaf Green? Yes, probably. Yo to all. How do they equivocate? I don't think they do. Typical T Green. Emo Trash is here. Well, I know she didn't unsubscribe. How are you doing, Emo Trash? Great seeing you here. We lost a sub. We did, guys. Everybody's saying I think it might be John. Wouldn't that be depressing? John's been busy yapping with me. Someone ditched Rocky. We think it was his second favorite cat, but we aren't sure. We've got some detective work going on here, Emo Trash. We did until Rocky confirmed his second. Yeah, he wouldn't. He would not do that. He wouldn't give me that luxury. Rocky is psyched for the primary. He got Katie's steaming hot taties beanie. The way you make it sound like I have this incredible political wardrobe, which I don't. I don't think I've ever worn any kind of political clothing. I'm just trying to think. No red hats, no hope shirts, no, I don't know. I'm trying to go back. This is the closest I've gotten to anything patriotic is a Captain America t-shirt. Rocky got a spam subscriber bot and YouTube's AI mod Deathshot nuked it out of existence. Probably. But it happened and then it came back and then it went away. So that's what makes it a little suspect. It's like it keeps teasing me with one extra subscriber and then erases it out of existence. Is that lemonade you got there, Rocky? Yes, it's a sugarcane lemonade. It's actually quite good. If you have a Costco, they might carry it there. I don't know what the brand is, but it's quite good. We are all old and tired. We're going to just get old and tired together. We're going to start a retirement community of YouTube streaming comics. That would be actually pretty cool. You might be on the other end of a bunch of people's fury if you skip chat. Yes. Don't worry about views, subs, all that crap. Just have fun. I agree. And I think it was John was always the one to, maybe that's why I lost direction. No, I didn't lose direction, but John would always tell me that. Just do you. And the subs, views, whatever will come. But yeah, it's awesome. There's a I don't know, every other video that I see that's like recommended is like, oh, YouTube's algorithm is like nuking everybody and are losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I'm like, I just want one. I just want 1 to 700. But yeah, it's not. I'm really not chasing it. If I were chasing it, I'm doing a horrible job of chasing subscribers. Do what you want to dumb machine. I'm not God. Do what you want to dumb machine. I'm not God. Whoa. It's a little aggressive there. What? There's an NBA Finals this year? K-Pop Junkie says, my Pistons say, take that. Take that, Cavs. It's best to prioritize. Rocky's definitely over all other priorities, even health. Rocky's definitely over all other priorities. Wow. Thank you. I had some back issues last year. Rocky sounds like the owner at his local comic shop trying to force him to buy the new crap. What? I hate back pain, especially now. Yes. And as we all get older, I was actually looking because Memorial Day, happy Memorial or late Memorial Day for you all. Hopefully you guys had a good celebration with that. That was fun. We went to a friend's house. They had, instead of barbecue, they had a whole suckling pig in, and actually these friends aren't Filipino, but it was a Filipino roast pig called lechon. And they have like crispy skin. It was awesome. Really amazing. Had our egg rolls, lumpia. Wonderful. What was I saying? Wait. Your cat there. All right, man. I hate back pain. Lower back issues. I just forgot what I was going to say. I hate back, especially nagging lower back issues. Oh, I was saying we're all getting old. I just, see? It's worse than back pain is memory loss. I hate back pain, Timmy Mello said, especially nagging lower back issues. And that's where I was gonna go with the conversation. And I just boofed it. We don't question what Shelby's doing. Your cat threw your back out? Man, that cat is a devious. Yeah. That's why he's my second favorite cat. I've been doing MIA. I've been MIA doing art. K-pop posted a cool thing in Discord. It was her it was a rendition of Mothra. I'm assuming it was K-pop. It looked awesome. Love it. And then Jason, who may or may not pop into the chat while he's working, Jason Bascom gave a rough image of his cover that he's working on for his new book, which is awesome. That's great. It makes me feel like I need to post more art in my own Discord channel, but I don't because I just want to see what you guys are doing. But I should. So maybe I will. But yeah, awesome seeing your painting, I guess it was, K-pop. And I love that you do that stuff traditionally too. Really cool. Sumo Thori. I was going to say Sumo Chat.
And here comes the very intimidating Grand Sumo Champion.
Sumo Thori, what's up? How are you? How's Hawaii? How are you doing? Typical T Green says I have a hat with an American flag. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I have anything other than a Captain America shield. That's like super patriotic, which is a shame. But anyway, hope you guys had a good memorial celebration. Not just eating food, but also remembering those who died for our country, died for our rights to do ridiculous things like we're doing right now. Oh yeah, there was this, this is not what I was going to say earlier that I remembered now, but there was somebody I was talking to at this Memorial Day celebration, and he was saying something, and his political leanings are a little bit more negative as to what's going on. And he was just like, oh gosh, it's like, oh, we're almost in a third world country. And I stopped him. I'm like, You know what? We're not. We're nowhere close as we're eating our like roast pork and like shoving our face with all this food. I'm like, we're actually nowhere near a third world country. And he was like, oh yeah, no, I know. And I'm like, it's going to be fine, dude. I know we all feel like the world's going to end at any given moment, but it's actually going to be fine. Red trucker hats that say "Make America Great Again." No, I don't have one of those. I don't. No, none of those. At best, I've got an army t-shirt that my stepsister's ex-husband left at my house. Yeah, I don't even own that much camo either. I don't think I look good in camo. I'm not like it doesn't vibe with this. But but yeah, I don't even own that much camo. I vote we retire near Mark. I second that. Most unsubs are due to bot removals. Yeah, but it's just one. It's just one K-pop. It's this one weird thing. I wouldn't question it if it was like 5, 10, 20 at a time, but it's just one. Right at the cusp of 700. Or YouTube just rando unsubbing people. That's possible. Yeah. Apparently now we are in the Taylor Swift minority ownership era of the guards through Travis Kelce. Wow. Serious. That's crazy. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that like look deep into like ownership of whatever sports companies, and you don't want to look too deep because it'll shock you. But that's interesting. That was not on my my bingo card that would happen to the Guardians. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to, dumb machine. I'm not God. She was talking to her earbuds. Oh, okay. I thought she was talking to me. I was being passive aggressive to an inanimate object as usual. A suckling pig. Let me guess. Who was in charge? I just walked right into that. I totally walked right into that. I could use a roast suckling pig right now. It was delicious. I didn't get there for the carving. One of our friends carved it. But I heard it was amazing. Like he'd never carved. He's done a lot. He's kind of like the barbecue dude, and he was attending it. He wasn't hosting, but he's like the barbecue guy amongst our circle of friends. And but he had never carved a pig before, a whole pig. Like we're talking the head, everything was there. And by the time I got there, it was already prepped and cut because I got there a little late. So pretty amazing, and it was beautifully cut. Sumo's so hungry he could make a 3 suckling pig kebab. That tracks. That tracks with the moniker Sumo Thori or Sumo. I'm one of those squares. Why are we shooting the fat? Citizen Ronan. Welcome. Okay, Citizen Ronan. Citizen Ronan. Shooting the fat is just my term for catching up with the chat. It's a term we stumbled upon on this channel where I couldn't even remember what it was. It was either shooting the breeze or chewing the fat, and it ended up being shooting the fat. And then Sumo Thori took it personally, so I don't know. Take that as you will. See, Mothra. Yes, your drawing was Mothra. It was awesome. Back pain and knee pain and, memory loss. It's rotten. It's really bad. Once you talk about Filipino food, it makes sense that your brain would fall out of your head. Especially with lumpia. My brain would fall out of my head. I don't even get that. Is that an insult to Filipino food? Because I love Filipino food. One of my favorite dishes in Filipino cuisine, for those of you who know Filipino, lumpia, everybody's heard of lumpia or pancit, which is the noodles dish, or adobo is very popular, kind of saucy chicken, vinegary kind of chicken dish. One of my all-time favorite Filipino foods is a dish by the name of kare kare, spelled Kare. But it's basically like oxtail in like a peanutty based sauce with they put vegetables in there like green beans, sometimes eggplant and stuff, but it's all about that like peanut sauce. And then they serve it with like a shrimp, not pickled. It's cooked, a shrimp paste called bagoong. It's kind of like a condiment. You could put it with anything really, but it's like this very salty, like side sauce paste that you put with your food, and you mix those two together. Oh my gosh, it's like comfort food for me. If you haven't had kare kare, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. Anytime I go to any kind of Filipino restaurant, I order it. It just takes me back home. Actually, I just ate leftovers, not from the Memorial Day thing, but from another time we went to a Filipino restaurant. I just ate just ate leftovers. I didn't eat relatives. Just ate leftovers for lunch of kare kare. Maybe that's why it's fresh in my brain. I always forget that third one. Yeah, me too. English courses I did take were my lowest grades, though it wasn't because of grammar. I went out of... Oh, okay. Emo Trash, YouTube thought your chat needed to appear friendlier. YouTube does a weird thing with translating. There's this weird, like, translation... Okay, like, if you guys can see... I'm just looking at the chat right now on YouTube, where you can see Timmy Mello said, "Yo, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969," which... Hello, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969.
How do you say monkey in French?
What a funny way of saying hello to you. But if you look at where Timmy Mello says it, "Yo, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969," they have this crazy character, which is, I guess, their translation character. And they translated yo to O. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Yeah, he was a little unhinged there. No pun intended. It's the end of the world as we... Yeah. Rocky has no reason to wear camo now that he's already abducted. I used to own a amount of camo. I have since faded out of that phase mostly, though. So was it like the green camo, green-based camo? Or like, I've seen some trendy like blues and grays camos. Those are kind of cool. I went from camo to emo in like a year. That's nice. There he is, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Howdy, howdy. It's when Rocky mixed Shooting the Breeze and shooting. That's the word. Lumpia's good. Pretty much anything without rotten fish. Pretty much anything without rotten fish. Is that an insult again to Filipino food? What the? There's some amazing food emoji there. Just don't try the balut. Okay, I'll give you that, Citizen Ronan. I've never tried balut. I would not touch that stuff with a 10-foot pole. It just looks nasty. And there's a lot of foods in Filipino culture and Asian culture, which I'm like, no way. Like, Filipinos are pretty big on like tripe. No. There is like the pig dish, the lechon, is really good, right? It's like roasted and the skin is crispy. They'll do that with pig's feet too. That's a very popular dish. And that's like, can you find a dirtier part of an animal than a pig's feet? I don't know. Why would you eat that? Orc tail. Ox tail. All of my Filipino friends' moms would make me eat if I was at their house after 5 p.m. Yeah. That's right. That's right. It's good times. Good times. We actually don't know. I don't know that many. Like, when I grew up, I was around a number of Filipino people. And yeah, we would go and eat at their houses a lot. I don't live near relatives, that many relatives. Most of them are scattered all over the country or elsewhere. So yeah, we don't eat that much Filipino food. So when I do, it's a treat. And it's probably a good thing. I would probably be 3 times my size if I ate Filipino food the way I used to when I was younger and my metabolism was faster. Think about the context, Rocky. It's not an insult to Filipino food. I'm saying your thoughts fly out of your head once you think of Filipino food, especially lumpia. Okay. Sorry. Harikari. No, it wasn't kari curry, not harikari. AI comic grading. Let's eat grandma. What's up, AI comic grading? This is not what this channel is about, guys. Sorry. Couple slip of the tongue phrases. Hopefully you're not coming here because we're talking about eating relatives. My mistake. Welcome, AI comic grading. AI comic grading, such an interesting term. Speaking of food, I'm so stoked to see how those coolicles I made are any good. I trust Mark, so I'm sure they will. How many more weeks do you have, Steampunker, for your coolicles? Because I heard they take weeks. I have not started myself or tried it myself, but I heard it takes weeks to prep. Listening, there he is. You say his name enough, he's gonna appear. What's up, Unhinged? Jason Bascom. I loved your sketch, man, that you dropped in Discord. It was awesome. AI comic grading saying hello to everybody. Yes, fish sauce ruins otherwise good seeming dishes, in my opinion. Oh, we're going to have to agree to disagree there. Fish sauce, I mean, it could be smelly, but it can also make a dish really sing. So it just depends. You got to pair that fish sauce with like some vinegar. It really works well. Just your average green camo. I didn't really venture out any other colors than that. Gray camo. Yeah, gray camo is kind of cool. My dad says bullet is really good. Bullet is nasty. It just is gross. For those of you who don't know, bullet is an egg, but it's like, you know, you eat eggs like egg yolk, fine, scrambled eggs. It hasn't even developed anything yet. It's just the embryo or whatever the egg is. Is it? I don't even know if it's a fertilized egg. I don't think it's a fertilized egg. Balut is like the freaking bird has already formed, and it even has like feathers and bones in it already. But it's not alive. It's dead. But people eat that stage of the egg. It is gross. No way. Only Filipino food I would eat is Jollibee. Jollibee is pretty good. I just recently went to Jollibee. I mean, I've known about it all my life, but I don't eat that much fast food. And so one of my friends, a good friend of mine, you guys know my friend Marty. He hasn't popped on here in a while, but I hang out with him a lot. And we went to Jollibee. There was one not too far from us. And we, on a whim, just said, hey, let's do Jollibee. And it was so good. And it was like, we're like, we'll just get a little snack. But it was like the fried chicken and it had a biscuit. And I think it had beans and gravy. And they also gave you this like fried pie. It was so good. It was really good. Can you find a dirtier part of an animal than a pig's feet? Sounds like a challenge. I mean, hot dogs. That's true. That's true. That's fair. But hot dogs are so good. I love me some hot dogs. Right? Citizen Ronan? I agree with you. Cranberry Langers. I'm not into eating partially developed baby chicks. Yeah, me neither. I'm a strong no, thanks. Nope. Yeah, no balut. Thank you. He eats the pig feeder lady's pets. What? He just likes balut, exotic food stuff. He probably likes, does he eat like sea urchin or like, I would say oysters. I actually like oysters, but durian fruit. Has he tried that? That's a Singaporean fruit. That's one of those things that you're like, oh, yeah. One of my closest friends is Filipino. I spent a lot of time in my teenage years at his house. I was their adopted white kid. That's awesome. I'm sure you could relate to Shelby. You're probably being fed quite a bit when you got there. I haven't started the Kulikas either because I can never seem to get to the store. Got to do it. We got to do it. We got to commit to doing it. I really want to try it. I do. It can really make a dish sing. Out of key, though. I made them like, 1 week or so ago? So maybe, yeah, I think Mark said it was like 5 or 6 weeks or something crazy like that. You're welcome, Unhinged. Fish gelatin? Fish gelatin. Ugh, that doesn't sound good. I don't know. Most people recommend like 5 weeks. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Just have your bird pick it up from the store. A pickle jar probably weighs like 15 of them. The problem with Jollibee fried chicken is they remove the feathers. Where is the authenticity? Email you some Jollibee? Oh boy. T Green, I don't really have patience either. There have been times where I considered cutting off the wait time. Like, yeah, but you know it's not going to be as good if you don't let it soak as long. Steampunker. Isn't that the one that smells like... So I've heard... We're talking about durian here, right? AI comic rating. I've heard it described... So I have firsthand experience. My wife is Singaporean. So I've tried it a number of times. And it's an acquired taste. I don't like it. I'm not repulsed by it. But then again, the friends and the relatives that give me durian or like have me try durian, they try and give me like the best that possibly to try. Because what I've heard is like the range of flavors that a durian can take, it's pretty amazing, can be really different. And it's one of those fruits that like some people like it more bitter, some people like it more creamy, some people like it sweeter, some people like it drier, whatever. Like there's all sorts of different kinds and grades of durian. But the smell is what is the kicker on that fruit. And I've heard it described, I don't know necessarily as death, but I've heard it described as like gas, like that smell of gas leaking. Did I tell you guys this story? There was one time that my kids came home from school and they were like, there is a gas smell in here. There's a gas leak. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I called I could smell it. And I called the gas company and they sent out somebody right away and they had the meter and they're like, they went all over our house and they're like, we can't find anything, but we're going to just change your meter just in case. Maybe it's a leak we're not seeing. So it was like a couple hours. They were like, removed our meter, changed it, upgraded this, checked everything because they got to be careful, right? And what ended up happening was I know that my wife had eaten a candy that was a durian candy. And I guess the wrapper was left in the trash or something. But that was the smell. And it's so strong and so potent that, they don't allow it on public transportation when you are in Asia or in Singapore in particular. You can't take it in a cab. You can't take it on the subway. Definitely can't take it like on a plane or anything. So yeah, I've heard it smell like people describe it smells like gas, dirty gym socks, rotting cheese, rotting garlic, a lot of rotting words. So maybe that's where death comes from. But yeah, it's a very extreme smelling kind of fruit. And then I don't know if you guys ever heard of that chef. His name's Andrew Zimmerman. He used to have a show called Bizarre Foods, I think it was. And it would be him going around the world trying like the weirdest things. And he would eat like tree worms and like really nasty like cow eyeballs and I don't know, like really gross. Probably balut. I think he ate balut. But one of the things he just could not keep down was durian, which was surprising to me because I would actually rather eat durian than some of the other stuff he ate. Like balut. No way. I'd eat 3 durian over 1 balut any day. I got Jollibees all around me. Still haven't eaten there yet. You should try it, Sumo 30. It's quite an experience for what they give you too. I don't know if he's tried durian yet. He likes all that stuff though. Yeah, escargot. Ugh, escargot. I have a thing against snails and slugs and pickled pig's feet. Oh gosh. That's like two steps away from a cool lickle. Yes, banned on that. Absolutely. Wasn't bad when I tried it, but I'd say it's been overhyped. I know, that's why I've had to force some patience into my noggin. I want the full Kulikl experience. You just got to tuck it away in your fridge, like, or wherever, your cabinet, way in the back, so you don't get tempted to open it up. Stinky feet, stinky cheese. Yeah, I've heard all that. Eating Kulikls before their time is like the drums kicking in during the second verse of Stairway to Heaven. Wow, so specific. Yeah. And I wasn't about to tell. I kind of, like, in the middle of him doing all the repairs, I kind of figured it out. And I'm like, oh, I think it's the wrapper. Because I, like, smelt it and I'm like, oh. And I found it in the, the trash. But I wasn't about to tell the tech, because if I told him that, he would have for sure charged me for his visit and probably for the repair he didn't have to do. So I was just like, okay, great. Thanks, man. Thanks for helping me out. It smells like dirty gym socks, rotten cheese. Sounds like it could really make a dish sing. I don't know. I'd rather, yes, me too. Hello, Blinky Printer Light, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, always pointing that out. Weren't we talking about delicious lumpia just a minute ago? We were, and this is a comics channel too, so, I don't know. Emo trash. My job was done for me. That's right. She was busy complaining about technology. You know what I'm going to do before we get into the comics too is I have... One thing that's been kind of fun is I've got 5 more memberships. So it's May 27th. We're almost at the end of the month. I got 5 more memberships left to send this month. And I, as the channel owner, I get 10 a month for free to send. So I'm going to do it. Let's hope. Oh, wrong one. We're going to hope that some of you fine folks may be the recipients of a gift membership today. I know Emo Trash is one. She got one last time. We've been trying to get one for Mo Biggs. Maybe the pig feeder lady unsubbed because it's been so long since Rocky played her song. Are you asking for it, Mo Biggs? Let's see what happens first. Then we'll decide whether we play that song. All right. Come on. Big money, big money. Didn't happen. Mo Biggs. Dang it. Thanks for trying. KSSS got one. We do know KSSS. Evan Bernstein, friend of mine, got one. Salvador Bustos, 7490, got one. E-Dubs, 313. Dr. Masque, I remember Dr. Masque Retro Elixir 5360, got one. E-Dubs patience has finally paid off. I don't even think I know E-Dubs. Mo has memberships off. Suma has gifted my channel 200 times and Mo never got one. Statistically impossible. Maybe this is just Mo's thing. Like, he knows he can't get one, but he baits us all into doing it. I got you right here, AICG. No song for Mo. I still get memberships from your channel from Rick almost every month. It's not a problem on my end. Oh, there you go, American Discord. Touche. All right, let's get to the comics, guys. There have been quite a few books that came out. A few, like, what do you call it? Modern books or current books did come out here. Some that I've been waiting for a while. And then also last Friday I got to visit a store that's a little far for me to get to. It's a great store in the San Jose area, which is about an hour away from where I am. It's called Space Cat Comics. I haven't got a chance to film the interior there, but it's such a cool store that it's probably one that I need to make some time to do a video of their store. But it's called Space Cat Comics, and the awesome Space Cat Comics is one of those stores. They have such a cool like back issue section, and the way that the store is organized, it just really invites you to like go hunting for stuff. They've got tons of graphic novels, both current and old. They've got a lot of back issues, and then they've got these obscure back issue boxes of, I don't know, just like crazy stuff that you wouldn't normally find in your standard back issue stores. It's just like very, very conducive to just looking and hunting and digging through boxes. But it's really well organized too at the same time. And the staff there are very, very nice, really friendly people. So I went there last Friday, happened to be in the area last Friday, and just snuck in there for, I kid you not, maybe like 15 minutes. And I walked out there with some stuff. So we'll look at that today too, the things that I picked up there today too. One of the books that won't be in the voting today, because we do like to vote for what you guys in the chat deem your favorite book every week that I look at, is this facsimile edition of Batman The Dark Knight Returns. So they've been re-releasing for the 40th anniversary of The Dark Knight Returns in the original format. So 4 different volumes of how the book came out when it originally came out in 86. So I've been picking those up each time, and I love it. Dark Knight Returns is one of my favorite of all time comic stories. Frank Miller, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Frank Miller. And the thing that I've been doing, the reason why I picked up the facsimile editions is, one, when Dark Knight Returns came out, I was still a wee kid, but I only experienced it reading it as a complete graphic novel. And what I love about them re-releasing them in these facsimile editions is they're releasing them how they were originally released. So 4 separate issues. And I love that because even though I've read this story a million times, it's just kind of the anticipation and like where the story breaks and the anticipation of waiting for the next issue is just awesome. The reprint has been incredible. Like it's beautifully reprinted. The colors, the line work, everything has been really great. And then they've also been releasing them with new variant covers. I've picked up, let me just get them really quick. I've picked up the all of the variant covers that Frank Miller did his own variant cover versions himself, and I picked up all his because I love Frank Miller. So this was issue 1. That was his image. This was issue 2. Awesome. And then this was issue 3. So my intention was to pick up issue 4 that he did the variant cover. But to be honest, and I know you guys always make fun of me for like just blanket always loving everything that Frank Miller does. To be honest, the issue 4 cover was kind of, it was kind of meh. Like it wasn't that great. It was just a very simple drawing of Batman's cowl and like some blood on it, and that was it. Like it was super simple. So I just went ahead and picked up the reprint of the original cover, which is awesome. Like that cover is so good. They had another variant cover that was done by Brian Bolland that I almost picked up, but I just love this cover so much. So I just went and get it. But anyway, this is issue 4, the last issue, the conclusion of Dark Knight Returns. And it's amazing. And I know also they already announced that they're going to be releasing like some special edition to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Dark Knight Returns. They're releasing some sort of commemorative volume, which is probably going to be awesome, and I'm going to have to pick that up too. So this is not the last time you will hear of Dark Knight Returns on my channel, at least, because that's probably coming later this year, I'm guessing. So anyway, I'm not going to bring it into the voting. I just wanted to like call it out just in case anybody else was picking these up, just to let you know that this issue did come out this week, and this was the cover that I picked up. So cool. Those silhouettes are awesome. Okay, but let's get to the books that I did pick up. All right, let's see. Let me see. It seems to only happen here and on Bancroft's chat. Mo Big says that he doesn't get memberships. Just like that one membership coming and going on my subscribers. He doesn't get awarded, Mo Biggs. Your cookie dough bites are gone. Is that because of you or somebody else? Steampunker says that bites. Get it? That's like a Cranberry Landers joke. Next week, I think there's going to be a ton of first issues. There was a couple series that are ending this week. We'll look at this. This is the first one we'll look at today. Frankus Millimus. Thoughts of daring to make him burp. Miller fan groomsman. Yes, I'm a big Miller fan. Did Mark say he'd be busy? I don't know. Actually, I haven't heard from Mark. I don't know. He might. No, Memorial Day. I know he had guests over for Memorial Day. Not sure. Cranberry says issues 2's variant cover I liked more. The one in the mud. I love that one. Mr. Monkey Boy says he's playing with his coolicles. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what that means. Okay, this is the first issue we'll look at today. The first issue that I picked up today. So Batman Hush 2. This is Batman number 163. This is the end of part 1 of the Hush 2 story. I didn't even know it was going to be a part 1. I thought this was going to be it. So that means there's more coming. I've enjoyed these. I thought these have been pretty cool. I think Jim Lee's artwork has been great on this. I didn't expect much from the writing. I'm not a huge Jeff Loeb fan when it comes to writing, so I wasn't expecting much. But Jim Lee was just like flexing the whole time, but he was really delayed at this issue coming out. Probably like I heard like about 6 months he was delayed in this one coming out. He put out an announcement maybe about a month ago, kind of apologizing for being late on this book, because everybody was like, why did you launch this series, Hush 2, and not have all the books ready to go? Because I think it's 6 issues. So ideally, it's like you have all of them done before you make the big announcement that it's going to be Hush 2, so that they come out on time and yada, yada. But they were coming out pretty regularly, and then all of a sudden it started getting delayed, and then this last issue has taken forever to come out, and people were getting pretty angry about it. So Jim Lee put out a statement. He apologized, and part of it is like he's dealing with some health issues. Nothing extreme or dramatic, but I think he said he's like pre-diabetic. He said he's getting older, and like his habits of being the superstar artist that he was all these years are kind of catching up to him, which we can all relate. We can all relate to the age catching up, not the superstar artist, but we can definitely all relate to that. So yeah, I think he's had to like kind of reassess some things. He's had to slow down or not been able to keep up with all his deadlines, on top of being the chief creative officer at DC, or vice president of creative, whatever it is his title is. So anyway, this issue finally came out. So pretty cool. This is the standard cover right here, this one. But it's also a wraparound cover, like a connected cover with a bunch of different issues. And I saw all of them, and they all looked really cool, actually. I wish there was one issue that had all the covers, like a gatefold, that I could have bought. But there wasn't. So I decided to just go for this one. I just thought this Mr. Freeze and Killer Croc were really cool. And I love that it had this, the original cover inside as well. The Freeze cover connects right here. If you can see, this is kind of Freeze's shoulder. So they have a cover here, and then they had another one. I wonder if they have it in this. All the covers. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. It's not as clear, sorry, but these are the different covers here. So the cover I got is this section right here. This is the original cover right here, or the cover A. And then they have a section here with Bane. They have another cover here with Catwoman. I saw that one. That was pretty cool. And the Riddler, Robin, all that. So it was cool. I wish I could have picked up one that had them all connected. Oh, they do have a gatefold. Maybe my comic store didn't cover that gatefold, but it's okay. Whatever. I don't have to have that, but as far as like connected covers go, I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of bought into the gimmick. So anyway, here we go. This is the last issue of part 1 for Hush 2. So confusing, the naming. So yeah, Jim Lee's on art, Jeff Loeb's writing, Alex Sinclair is on coloring. Alex Sinclair's kind of hit or miss for me sometimes with his coloring. He does really well with Jim Lee, but there's some other stuff that I've seen him do that I'm like, I'm not that big a fan of his coloring style. But I've really enjoyed how he's colored this series. I think it's been really good. Very cinematic, very dramatic lighting. I love it though. I've said it a number of times. I just feel like Jim Lee, at his age and for how long he's been doing this, on top of all the other responsibilities he has, is pretty awesome. Like, this stuff is so cool. It just looks great. He's drawing every character in the Batman lexicon in this series. Clayface. So yeah, that's kind of been very signature this series. The lighting is super dramatic in this. And I've liked that. I think that's been appropriate to the series and works really well with Jim Lee and Scott Williams' line work. Yeah, everything's just in your face. No. Yeah, it's cool that they've also released these treasury editions of these books, and sometimes it's like, I picked the very first issue of this series as a treasury edition, and I do feel like the artwork works at that size. It's kind of cool that they did that, and just like, I think I might have explained it this way before, but it just feels like it's like kind of like watching your favorite TV show, but like in IMAX. Like, it's just like everything's bigger than life, more dramatic. These angles are like in your face. Colors are just popping off at you. So guess it's ending on this dramatic kiss. I guess they're bringing these two together, Talia and Batman again. Guess that's where we're going. So yeah, it finally came out. I don't know where the story is going. I'm not here for the story, to be honest. We'll see too. Like, I don't know how long part 2 is supposed to be, if it's going to be another 6 issues or what. We'll see. It's I always hit that point with either ongoing series or even you'll see there's another book here where they did 6 issues and they had a break, and then they're going to start again with individual issues starting at 7. And I kind of came to this decision point of like, am I going to start picking up the individual issues again? Or am I going to just wait for a trade? So this, like at the end of this is cool. I'm glad I picked up each issue. Am I going to pick up the individual issues of the next part? I don't know. And who knows when those will come out. I don't even know if those are solicited. But it's cool. I mean, I have to say, I don't know if it's nostalgia, but out of like some of the artists that are on DC's roster, like their top artists now, like the young guys now, I still like looking at Jim Lee's art better than some of those guys. So again, I don't know if that's nostalgia or what, but Jim Lee always gets a second look from me. All right, there you go. First book, Batman 163, Hush 2, Part 6, Part 1. Or issue 6 of Part 1, Hush 2, 163. Too many numbers. Jim Lee. Just think Jim Lee Batman. There you go. This frieze looks cool. I love this like tech. Okay. The art in this run is pretty badass. Scott pulled away from the heavy tapered lines for it, got more organic feel to the pages. Yeah, it's got awesome. And correct me if I'm wrong, Shelby. He's isn't Scott Williams inking digitally now, which is insane. Like, I can't see a difference between his digital inks and his traditional inks. Those guys, man, they're just one of those perfect pairings. Scott Williams and Jim Lee. And I mean, they've been doing this for decades now, right? Somebody posted on social media the other day, it was like this image of a scans of a John Byrne X-Men page inked by Terry Austin, and that is like a dynamic duo in comic art for me. That's like perfect, that Byrne Austin combo. So similarly, Jim Lee and Scott Williams are up there as far as like dynamic duos. A lot more artists better than Lee and Miller, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says. Superstar, let's not go overboard. He's a total superstar. What are you talking about? He defined the 90s, man. He's one of those guys that defined the 90s, 2000s. I hope Jim Lee gets better. Stop trashing his body as much. Yeah, cool covers, right? Nice. Nice. Ironing is the killer. Happy 500th birthday, Jim Lee. Jim Lee created a classic with Hush. Pretty difficult to do after the... It's pretty difficult to do. The life of a full-time comic pro director is punishing. Mostly because you can completely lose track of your health because of the obsession of your... Yep. I retweeted or post a post on X that I saw of the artist of Vagabond. There was like a video, a behind the scenes video of the manga artist of the comic Vagabond, and he's like he's got like pages all over, just strewn all over his desk, and he's just like really frustrated and just kind of throws it, and everybody sees the like end result and thinks, "Whoa, look how amazing!" and what a life to be a comic book artist, but it is such a struggle. And I can't imagine the amount of pressure and the decisions that Jim Lee has to make at his level to kind of keep it up. So for him to be able to do those books, Hush 2, and still, in my mind, keep it at the level that, like, kind of at the highest level of his art is really impressive. He effed up by making Batman look like Batman. Where's the retarded? Damn, I stop it. Mo Biggs. You know what I've been really enjoying recently? Oh my gosh. I've been rereading this book. There's 3 volumes of this, East to West. Jonathan Hickman and my boy Nick Dragotta on this. He's the artist on Absolute Batman. And this is such a good series. It's really incredible in the artwork. Maybe you'll like this better. You would like this better, Mo Biggs, because he's not drawing Batman. He's drawing original characters. But Dragotta's so good. It's not demi-cubism. After the night. Okay. Jim Lee only 5 years older than you, Mr. Monkey Boy. Don't look too closely. Rocky, have you not been grabbing the oversized singles of these? No, just the first one. I don't have enough room. Oh yeah, I don't have enough room. And then they're expensive too. So I just got it on the first one. Yeah, and then I don't like the colors that much. I might have bad taste though. I don't think you have bad taste, Cranberry. It's just a preference thing. There is like sometimes Sinclair, like I think that's some of when he works with Jim Lee, Sinclair does, at least the work I've noticed of his, the best stuff that he's done has been on Jim Lee stuff. But then there's been other times paired with other artists. I'm like, I don't like it. Those are the oversized singles. Rocky just says giant hands. The better to grasp and carry unconscious zoo employees with. Carry her in my little hands. Rocky with the Hulk hands. Sumo Thori says, I got to get lunches between Jollibee and Jollibee, Sumo Thori. Get Jollibee. Just because. I mean, as far as like health-wise, it's a toss-up there, dude. But I think Jollibee won't... Taco Bell will run right through you, if you know what I mean. I think Jollibee will just clog up your arteries. Thinking of the girl with the man hands from Seinfeld now. Well, yeah, it makes sense that you prefer Jim Lee's art over several of the new artist stuff. Yeah. I was thinking of the Foo Fighters video where he's got giant hands smacking people. No, Scott Ink's traditional. Oh, really? Sal Regla? I thought I heard somebody saying, I thought it was like a David Finch video where he was interviewing Klaus Janson and they were saying how Scott had health issues like with his back or something, or his arm, and he had to switch to digital. Did I hear that wrong? Well, If he's still inking traditionally, that's amazing. It's a cool cover. I love these colors. East of West is a good choice. Yeah, East of West is amazing. So good. I want to see that like as a film. It's amazing. Just the writing is... I don't like all of Jonathan Hickman's writing, but the writing on East of West just moves, and it's just like compelling, dramatic, and Dragota's stuff on that. His designs are... Where he is with Absolute Batman, you can see where he came from through East of West. Okay. No. Jollibee. Scott inks upside down, not... Oh, that must have been it. That must have been it. But then how do you do that with traditional ink? Wouldn't it drip on your face? Typical T Green said, I had Taco Bell earlier. Nice. He switched to fine liners but has to lay down like an astronaut. Okay, that's what is. I see. He's not using, maybe he's not using the nibs anymore, but he's just using pens and fine liners. Oh, upside down. Scott's back is toast. Can't use a drafting table for long periods. Oh, I'm not looking forward to those years of my life. That's why I should have exercised, you guys. Dang it. Okay, next book. Absolute Wonder Woman number 20. Hayden Sherman, Kelly Thompson writing. I'm just waiting till... So I picked up Absolute Wonder Woman when it first came out. And then I stopped after a while where I was like, it's just getting so much into the mythology of things, and it wasn't really going anywhere in my opinion. But then it picked up again where it crossed over with Absolute Batman, and then they started introducing new characters like Zatanna and was it Giganta? I can't remember. Some of the villains in there. So it was getting cool. So there's a whole and then they had a guest artist, Matthias Bergara, on it, which was his he just did 2 issues, but they were awesome. So then I started picking it up again, and this storyline, Season of the Witch, this is the last part of that. So whatever the next issue is will probably be another deciding factor of like, am I going to keep picking up Absolute Wonder Woman? I'm not as engaged with the story on Absolute Wonder Woman as I am Absolute Batman. So, but I did like where they were going with some of these side stories. So that's why I'm here. But yeah, this is the last issue of that 5-parter. And they've had some cool, like in the last few issues, they've had some cool, like scale, like huge, big scale fights between Wonder Woman and Giganta and then these other creatures and stuff. So that's been really cool. Hayden Sherman's really pushing all these crazy layouts, trying to do interesting things with these layouts. Yeah, he does this like, it's almost like patterns or tapestry of the way that he lays out his panels. He's got a very, very clean finish on his work too. Some of the colors are a little, I mean, they're cool, but they're a little muddy for me. But very different from what you would expect. I was at a used bookstore the other night and saw like old school Wonder Woman, like archive books or whatever. So I was like flipping through it and I'm like, wow, this is so different from where Wonder Woman is now. And they're, at least, I mean, the whole series, the whole Absolute line, they're definitely pushing the like magic side of Wonder Woman and her abilities, like dark magic. It's cool, yeah. So we'll see. I don't know how they wrapped up this storyline in this issue. We'll see how it keeps going, and if I will continue to pick up this book on a monthly basis. But Absolute Superman has totally fallen off my radar. So out of the 3 big books in the Absolute line, it's like Batman, then Wonder Woman, and then Superman totally fell off my radar. I did read the Absolute Green Arrow the other night, and it's pretty cool. It's only going to be, I think, a 6-issue limited series, but it's kind of cool. The angle that they're taking with it. I mean, you guys can see in the artwork here. We flipped through it, whatever that week was that I picked it up. We did flip through it and look at the artwork. It's not bad, but it's kind of this like very, very dark take on Green Arrow, and it's a mystery. So you don't know. Ollie's died, or supposedly was murdered in this storyline. So the question is, who is this person that's in Green Arrow's costume now? And he's going around like murdering all these people very violently. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this when I was, yeah, I did. Of course I did. When I was at Space Cat, I picked up this for the future. I got an Absolute Green Arrow blank cover. So for the future, maybe I'll be doing a cover on Absolute Green Arrow one of these days. I just saw it. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of neat to draw. I kind of like the design of the new Green Arrow. So anyway, not to distract, but Absolute Wonder Woman number 20 picked up this week. Just don't pick up Supergirl. I've never been a big fan of Supergirl. I don't think there's been a Supergirl story that I've really locked into. Even that one, which I like the art. What's the most recent one that like did really well? That Supergirl story. The artist is Bilquis Elvely. She's a great artist. I never really connected with that story. I never even read it all the way through. So yeah, I'm not jumping for like Supergirl stories. I love this in the colors, Cranberry says. Score, this issue looks great. The colors do look muddy quite in a few places. Yeah, great pick. Shelby sent me a pic on X. All right, we're going to have to see this. What? What do you mean I have to enter in my... Ah, dang it. I have to do some sort of verification thing. What? No. Passcode you require to recover. What passcode? Okay, I'm just going to look on my phone. Did they change X? Like, what the heck is going on here? Oh, holy crap. Shelby sent me a picture of Scott Williams. Okay, I got to share this. if I can. Gotta share this with the chat. This is crazy, but awesome. Oh, is this Instagram? I don't follow Scott Williams on Instagram. Okay, let's see. How do I share this? Dude. Okay. So this, Shelby just sent me this on the screenshot. That's Scott Williams, how he inks now. Man, that's nuts. I remember working with a engineer or a programmer, and his seat like reclined back. He was kind of like Boba Fett, like, and his keyboard was like up here, and he would type. Oh man, that's just so depressing. He's so good too. Well, whatever works at this point. it's kind of where we're at in our lives. 10 out of 10 sound effect performance while I was making grilled cheese. Thanks, Emo Trash. It's a shame the Green Arrow one is going to be limited AI comic rating. Did you like the first issue AI comic rating? I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure. I liked the angle and the genre they were going with it. Because I've always felt that Green Arrow, and not that I'm a huge Green Arrow fan, but I've always felt like he kind of ran the line of Batman a little too close. And so it was like, it's like, he's just kind of like Batman, but in green with arrows, and that's about it. So I've never really 100% been super into his stories. But I love that they pushed into this very like dark horror kind of thriller vibe with him, and now it's like a murder mystery. So I was really impressed with the first issue. Mr. Monkey Boy likes Green Arrow. Superman Batman had a good Supergirl story. Was that the Michael Turner one? I never read that one. Green Lantern might be worth looking into. It's getting really warpy. The Absolute one? Flash too? Really? I think the artists didn't really grab me on those. Yes, Hyde Street is back. Emo Trash, we'll get to that in 1 second. Peanut M&M's not very good. Yes. It looks sci-fi-ish, but crap. Premise on it is A+. Nice. That's kind of depressing to see in maintaining work. Yeah. I mean, when you're sitting at your chair and you're working late hours like these guys are and like killing yourself on these pages of comic art, I mean, it's no joke. It really isn't, to be doing that year after year after year after year. Yeah, it's crazy. I think the most depressing thing is like all these artists that we grew up and loved, amazing artists, and their bodies are like failing them, or they're dying or getting sick. And like they have no money at the end of the day. All the work they put into the comics like didn't pay them that much, other than Jim Lee, right? Jim Lee has got money, but it's not, he's 1 in a million kind of thing. So that's rough. It's rough. Comics are not a friendly industry at all. Would have been better if he had that chair earlier. Probably. I don't know if I don't know. I think the original concept was, what if Robin Hood sucked for Green Arrow? Yes, I agree with you guys. Just not that compelling. I mean, wasn't he rich also like Batman? Jeff Loeb and Silvestri? No, not Batman, Superman, Supergirl. I think it's Michael Turner that you're thinking of, Cranberry. There's no way Silvestri did a Supergirl. I would have known about that. Okay, let's look at Hyde Street. The store I went to get this book only had variant covers, which is ironic because usually variant covers go first. I thought, I was like, oh yeah, this one's okay. The other one I didn't really like, the other cover, and I was like, this one's all right. But then I saw the original cover of this issue, the Ivan Rice cover, and I was like, oh dang, it looks so good. I wish I got that one. I don't know if they have it here. Ivan Rice he's incredible, that guy. I've been looking at some of his older work too, like when he's working with the big two, like did some Batman stories. He did, work on Batman. He did work on all sorts of like the big characters. But I don't know if it's his pairing up with Danny Miki, probably. But he is on another planet now with his artwork. So yeah, this is part 2 of The Butcher of Hyde Street. The first part was awesome and creepy and amazing, and the artwork was unbelievable. Like, yeah, I think it's like insane the amount of line work and how beautiful the line work is in the series. Great colors, great characters. And they've been slowly introducing like new characters or different characters in the Hyde Street mythos. And the newest one is this guy, the Butcher. But this guy's been introduced before. He's kind of like the Frankenstein. Obviously, what's his face? The prankster kid. This dude. Creepy character. Yeah. Michael Turner. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that one looked cool. I got to read that story. And I think they've compiled it in one of those compact editions too. So I got to look it up. I definitely want to read it. Probably the best version of Supergirl. I'm guessing because Michael Turner drew it. Yeah, this is awesome stuff. And then is it just these, these Ghost Machine guys, they all kind of drink the same magic juice or whatever it is that makes them such good artists. But they have, the thing I love about each one of them, Ivan Rice, Gary Frank, Brian Hitch, and Jason Fabok, all those guys, like they have a command of like anatomy and realism in their work, so that's like really believable. It's not too stylized, but then it's not so stiff and boring. Like this is like an amazing face, but it looks so incredible. But it looks really real too, you know. Sometimes when people go so real, it like sucks all the life out of it. Great faces, great expressions. It's awesome. Look at that color. I would love to see how Brad Anderson, the colorist, works. Like how he builds up the color and gets to the point he does. He's a master at this stuff. Cool. Dang. Wow. It's gnarly. Stupid boy. Ugh. Wow, it's getting gross. They're not pulling any punches on this. So it's interesting. I love it. It's like all these kind of despicable horror characters. Like this girl. I didn't pick up the issues with her in it because I wasn't a big fan. Ivan Rice wasn't drawing the ones that she was in. But definitely the Boy Scout kid. So it's like, you know, they've already set up these stories where they're like not good guys. They're all kind of have their own twisted purposes. But now they're introducing the butcher and he's like even worse than they are. That's pretty awesome. He's like the horror of their horrors. Cool stuff. So, Hyde Street. It's amazing. It's a really, really good book. Great art. Great colors. Ghost Machine. Up the wazoo. I love this splash. Is awesome. Cool stuff. Hyde Street, number 12. It was Michael Turner. You were right. Got to start cooking dinner. Have a good one. See you later, AI Comic Rating. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for popping in. Hope to see you again soon. I think it's one is the best. Another good storyline for Supergirl was when she became a Red Lantern, but it's my favorite. I don't read a lot of Supergirl stories, though, admittedly. Yeah, again, she wasn't that compelling. I mean, I know that there's a lot of controversy around the movie coming out. I'm really curious about it because I think it's an angle on Supergirl, and we saw a smidgen of it in the James Gunn Superman movie, but it's an angle on Supergirl that is not is something totally different than Superman. And I think, again, similar to the Green Arrow thing, it's like if they're a little bit redundant with another character out there. So if Supergirl is kind of similar to what Superman is, then it's like, well, what makes her stand out? So I like that. However the movie turns out, I like the angle that she's kind of this deadbeat character who has the same powers as Superman, but not as like noble as Clark Kent. And yeah, so similarly, like with the Green Arrow thing, I love that they're like pushing it farther away from just being another Batman. I shouldn't be looking at this comic because I actually like the look of it. I shouldn't be looking at this comic because you might buy it. Is that it? Sorry. I got bande dessinée vibes from Hyde Street. Really? Because of the artwork or the story? I don't get that, but I like that you mentioned that. Do you like Westerns? I love East of West. If you want to call that a Western. I mean, it's definitely Western, total like Western vibes to it. And, but it's a sci-fi spin. So that kind of Western, like straight up Westerns that are just Westerns through and through. I'm not a huge fan of Westerns. Okay. One of the best. Are you talking about the Supergirl thing? Okay. Exquisite Corpses. This is the last issue. Number 13 is the last issue. I knew it. I knew you were gonna remember that. I love the artwork and Mobius on Blueberry, but I have not read Blueberry or I'm not invested in the character. But I love his artwork on it. So there. Like, I like some Western movies. Classic Sergio Leone movies. Love those. But as far as a comic, not so much. Good colors. I really like that white page and blue lightning one. Yep. Check out The Undertaker. How? Funny you should mention that. Wait, do I have The Undertaker? I'm pretty sure I shared this at the beginning of my channel when I did that, when I came back from Paris. That was at the very beginnings of my YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure I said this because I brought this back with me from Paris. But these are like the sketches of, like a sketchbook of like working out the 7th volume of The Undertaker. I don't know anything about The Undertaker, but this is the book I think you're talking about. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. But it's incredible. Yeah, I think it's just a genre thing for me. Ralph Meyer, right? That's what you're talking about, Undertaker. So there. I was correcting the typo on that. Okay. Exquisite Corpses, what's happening this time? It's ending. This is it. This is the last issue of this. They call it, I've heard it called a season, quote unquote. I will be shocked if they don't start this up again. Because as far as I know, it's been doing well. It's been selling well. And it just lends itself to be like a season, like a TV show. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be tons of spoilers in there. So if you don't want to know what happens at the end, maybe don't watch this part of the stream. But this is the last issue of season 1 for Exquisite Corpses. The premise being these families, these super ultra powerful rich families, all compete once a year to be the top family. And the way they do that is they each pick or hire a serial killer to represent their family. They train them on one specific weapon, and then they pit them all against each other. And so each one of these issues, they've been slowly kind of whittling down the bracket to the final battle. But as any competition goes, there's all these back dealings, there's people bending the rules, there's ulterior motives. And then in the middle of it is this town where this battle or this competition takes place. This town is totally unknowing what is going on. They're not aware of that they're in the middle of their ground zero for this like conspiracy. And but they start finding out and they start fighting back. And so they're kind of in the mix as well. But a lot of people die. A lot of people die in this comic. Okay, wait, let me just look. So James Tynion is a writer, and he's worked with a team of writers, and Michael Walsh is the head artist on this whole thing. But each issue, he's kind of been pairing up with other artists, which I think is a really great formula for them to keep consistency, but also kind of come out with this stuff regularly where they're not heavy lifting all of the writing and all of the art by themselves. They're kind of, they've built this team. So he calls them like their corpse crew. But it looks like for this last issue, Tynion and Michael Walsh are taking on the main writing and art on this, which is awesome. And I wasn't a huge fan of Michael Walsh's art at the beginning of the series, but it really works well with the tone and the style and the storytelling vibe of this series. It's worked really, really well. What? Are you telling me that in the slight chance I might fork out money for books, I should skip this part of the stream? If you don't want it to be spoiled. they're just hacking at each other. So it's actually these two townspeople kind of took up the mantle of a couple of the serial killers and are fighting each other now. Dun, dun. It's a lot of F-bombs being dropped in this story. Gosh, they're just like this is like the aftermath. They're like clearing out all the dead bodies and stuff. These like decapitated heads. It's really messed up. Yeah, I bet you. I'm wondering if these people that survived at the end are going to come back. Oh, there's an epilogue. Oh. Rascal Randy will return in Exquisite Corpses Season 2. I think they're doing a spin-off, a spin-off series of this character. He was one of the serial killers that you thought were dead earlier. Creepy, creepy dude in a bunny suit. It's kind of genius. The way that they set this up, it's like they made each one of the characters and the serial killers so distinct, partially because of their weapons, but their names, their abilities, very, very distinct. And so you kind of naturally rooted for your favorite character, even though they were all horrible, horrible people. But you could root for them. And then I'm assuming maybe they got a good response on this character, Rascal Randy, and they decided to do a spin-off series. So it's like he has enough character there that he can hold his own series. We could have done that with any one of these guys. And then they're also, I just saw they launched a Kickstarter of the game. I think it's a Kickstarter of actual like a board game or a card game for Exquisite Corpses. So they're really building this thing out. Very interesting. So cool. I mean, it's, without having read the story, it looks like it ends pretty strong. They did do a little bit of a twist on it because the actual serial killers didn't win, but people who took on their mantle did, or their weapons. But it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's many layers to Exquisite Corpses. Many layers in the characters and the story. So they're really kind of building out this world that can keep going on and can be more seasons. So it's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. I think that just like Hyde Street, I'm not a huge fan of like horror. And horror is a huge genre in comics these days, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'm more of a superhero, sci-fi, fantasy kind of person. But this series has kept me engaged the whole time through, as Hyde Street has. So yeah, I'm super happy with having picked up all the issues, and really interested to see where they go with this. Exquisite Corpses number 13, the final issue of season 1. It looks like the town won. Typical T Green. There's battling serial killers. A lot of people die. Color me shocked. Come on, the Undertaker has a buzzard for a pet. It's good. Maybe Emo Trash would like that one. I'll probably forget later. It's fine. Fudgesicles. Yeah, there's a lot of fudgesicles in this this issue. We are past the YouTube censor time. I'm glad they went with a board game instead of a video game because Mortal Kombat already exists. Yeah. What do you think of that trailer, Mo Biggs, of Mortal Kombat, or the trailer for Street Fighter? You have any thoughts on those? I saw the trailer for Street Fighter in the theater. I was watching another movie and I saw it in the theater. And when I saw it first online, I was like, eh. But in the theater, it was kind of cool. So I think I might watch it. So we'll see. Cranberry Landers likes the colors and yeah, I do too. Georgie Belair. She's one of those modern colorists that I really enjoy her work. She kind of approaches it very differently than your standard comic book coloring. And she is the same colorist on Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman. So I actually like what she does on Exquisite Corpses better than what she does on Absolute Wonder Woman. But there's some similarities there. She's very painterly and she picks really unusual color combinations. You haven't seen any of the other trailers? You should watch it. I would play it for you, but we know how I have struck out on my channel with watching trailer stuff, so I'm not going to even attempt to play it. But yeah, just watch them. I was right about my previous statement. I did forget. I was distracted by Converse. I got a conversation by Converse I got in the mail. Converse. Like the shoes? Nice. Okay, here we go. Superman Father of Tomorrow. This is an Elseworld story. And the number one reason I picked this up was because of the artist, Danny Earls. Danny Earls, his artwork is not like my favorite art style, but I do appreciate what he's doing in his artwork. He's very, very good at like backgrounds, perspective, scale. Like he seems, and I've even heard interviews with him where he loves drawing backgrounds almost more than the characters. But I think what attracts me more, even more so than the final product of his artwork, is just his story of how he's gotten here. I've shared his artwork before. We've looked at it before on my stream. He's the guy who was a professional soccer player in Ireland and kind of reached the pinnacle of his career. He retired from soccer, always loved comics, and then just decided like, hey, it would be my dream to become a comic book artist. And then he just busted his tail, just drawing samples, going to conventions, meeting people, showing his work around, getting back feedback. Then he started doing like little one-shots here and there, started doing covers a lot, and then short stories and anthologies. And then now he has his own limited series of Superman Father Tomorrow, which is amazing. And I follow him on Instagram. And so he shares a lot about his process and just his work and his sketches and stuff. And he seems like a super nice guy. So I love it. I want to support his work. And I'm just really excited that he gets to draw a Superman story. Really disciplined guy, too. So yeah, Danny Earls, Superman Father Tomorrow. And I think the premise of this story is, what if Jor-El was the one who survived, Superman's dad, instead of Superman? So the thing I love about Danny Earls' work is you can't really pinpoint, like he's not like, oh yeah, he's a Jim Lee fan, or he's a, like a Rob Liefeld clone, or he draws like, whatever. Like he just has his own style, and I love that. I love that. Yeah, he did like a Hulk's. He was drawing some on Hulk at one point, and he seems to love to draw horror stuff as well. I don't know if they're going to incorporate any of that into this story, but he does do, like, he did some cool like Hulk transformation scenes. This is cool. I love the lettering in the ground. The colors are nice too. Yeah, I really like the colors. They're cool. The writer Kenny Porter, I'm not 100%, I'm not familiar with his work, so I don't know what kind of stories he likes to tell. And I've seen, like, if you do follow Danny on social media, it's nice because he shows a lot of his like process stuff. So he'll show like his sketches and then his ink work, and he does it all traditionally. And one thing you'll notice in this work too is you can see there's a richness to the image because he's doing like ink wash stuff. On top of the line work, he's doing like washes, and then once you add the colors on it, it just adds a nice texture and depth to the image. It's cool. I'm digging it. Look at that background. That's cool. He spends a lot of time on like trying to get the perspective right. These buildings back here. Yeah, this is rad. I love it. The colorist is Nick Filardi. Never heard of him, but I do like his colors. So yeah, great. Pleasantly surprised. There's like a richness to his artwork. There's just something fresh about it because it doesn't look like anything that's out there. It's great. Great splash. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the story plays out. Where they're gonna go. Is he just gonna be an older dude instead of the young Superman? That's about it, or what's the angle there? Martha. Superman, father tomorrow. Where's my cursor? Okay, let's see. Yes, shoes. Nice. High tops, of course. Canvas chucks for the wins. Unless they got Cranberry to play Johnny Cage, I'm out. Cranberry. I'm a stunt double for the character on screen for 0.3 seconds. Gotta watch carefully to catch me. Lettering in the ground page is awesome. Great colors. Yes. Starting to rain for typical tree green. The dirt looks fantastic. The dirt looks fantastic. Yeah, you can just see he's putting mileage in this artwork. Yeah, it's really cool. Knows how to draw his rubble. If it's so rad, why aren't you making sound effects? Physics Scrunch. It's so rad. Yo, gang.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Bancroft is here. Yep, setting up the art share, Mo Biggs. What Bancroft is. Awesome. Great seeing you, Bancroft. We're just looking at this issue of Superman Father of Tomorrow by the high flyer Danny Earls. This guy, it's like, come on, man. You were like already successful in soccer. You weren't just a good soccer player. You apparently were a great one. Like won competitions and pinnacle. Now you start over and now you're succeeding in comics. Come on, I gotta leave some of it for the rest of us. But it's cool, yeah. I don't know if you know of him, Bancroft, but he's a former professional footballer who is now a professional comic book artist. A high in less than 40 minutes. What gives? I'm on top of it today. Okay, wait, I gotta find my, I'll be right back. I gotta find my water bottle. Hang on a second. You coming? You waking up? Michael Bancroft says, I do know of Danny Earls, very talented man. Yeah. I just love how, like, passionate he is about, like, he's just coming at it as, like, a fanboy. Like, every fanboy's dream of drawing comics. And, yeah. I'm just so excited that he's finding success because of that passion and that drive. High energy groomsman today? No kidding. He read chat for an hour or so. Escape. Yeah, this cover's awesome. So Escape, written by Rick Remender, and the artwork by Daniel Acuna. I've looked at all six, or I picked up all 6 issues up to this point. I thought issue 6 was the end. They took a little break. And then they mentioned at the end of 6 that they were going to start back up. So I was like, oh, he's got more stories to tell. So I really love the first 6 issues too. It's like a World War II inspired story with anthropomorphic characters. And the artwork's been incredible and the story's been really good. But this is one of those books, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, where I was like, I wonder if I should wait to the trade instead of picking up individual issues. So we'll see. Once I read this issue, that'll kind of be my deciding point. I honestly wasn't going to pick up this issue, but then because my comic book store had it in their list that I was collecting the previous 6 escapes, they had it like that I was just going to get every escape that came out. So they were like, oh, you got Escape in your box. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't going to get this. But I was like, it's good. It's good enough that I'll be okay. I'll be okay picking up one more issue of it, even if it's the last one I pick. So this is the start of a new story, but the first 6 issues, or that first arc, it didn't end like it wasn't like a wrapped up ending to the story. It kind of left on a cliffhanger with the main character still trapped and with his back against the wall a little bit against the in this world the Nazi forces, which they're bats. So it kind of left it a little bit open-ended. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. But really fantastic artwork in this. Great expressions. Great mood and line work. Cranberry says, I don't know about the colors. Steampunker, great, Rocky. What did you do now? You're back to 600. What? What happened? Boo. I must be doing something wrong. Oh, sure, like war comics, but Westerns suck. I don't know what it is. Let me dissect this a little bit. There's certain characters. I'm not a huge fan of war movies either, or war comics. It's too real. But there's something about this, maybe because they went anthropomorphic, that just kind of gave it a different twist. Again, with like Westerns, like I like Westerns when there's a twist to it, like East of West. You could even argue that Star Wars is like a Western movie, kind of the structure. It's like samurai, but also Western. I love that. So I think just straight Western, straight war things, I'm not as big of a fan because it's too real. I love the fantasy and escapism of comics and storytelling. Wow, there's a lot of action going on in this. Dang. It's getting messed up here. Why am I reading so many dark comics? Yeah, it's like one man against a whole army, so it's always compelling story of like, how is he going to get out of this? Is this a suicide mission? I thought it was, but not really. He's trying to survive. He keeps looking at this picture of his wife back home. Oh, this is the guy he stayed at his house. Hid him. Came back. The civilians are fighting back. Yeah, he approaches the color like in this super painterly style. I mean, his artwork is very painterly feel to it, but very expressive or impressionism kind of feeling in his color choices. It's awesome. The kind of neat thing that they've been including in, or to see in this letters page that they have at the end of each book is a lot of the time through his responses in the letters, Remender's been sharing kind of I think his grandpa was in the war, and that's where he's drawing a lot of the inspiration for the stories. And so it's kind of cool to see the personal aspect of it in here. Like I don't have any family members that like fought in a war or anything like that. So I don't have that myself, but it's really cool to see how that motivated him to write this story. And he's kind of taking a lot of bits and pieces of his own, his family's own story and inserting it into this one. Look at that coloring on that. That's pretty cool for the next issue. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I keep picking these up as individual issues or just wait for the trade. But it's cool. And there's a lot of action that happens in this issue. You just feel it. Feel the like. It's cool. All right. Escape number 7, the beginning of the next arc for the series by Rick Mender and Daniel Acuna. Yeah, great stuff there. He always loses subs during the comic reading part of the show, but that's because of the absolute inflation. Like Mouse you could cope with. I did like Mouse. I haven't read that in a long time. I should read that again. But I did like Mouse a lot. Did I ever show you guys this? Speaking of Mouse. Art Spiegelman came and gave a presentation and a talk at my school. And I got to meet him and get him to do a little drawing. So that's from Mouse. It's Too Real wasn't a concern when you were putting everyone to sleep with that computer hacking book. Dang. Have you noticed I haven't picked up any following issues of that book? It was fun for a little bit, but then it just got to be too much work. I was like, eh. And then I wasn't really engaged in the story. The story got too... For somebody that's like nerdy like me to say that the story got too nerdy is quite a feat. So, yeah, I didn't ever pick up the next few issues of that book. I don't know how they're surviving. Or they're a twist to the Undertaker. Or they're a twist to the Undertaker. I do like the Bat Guy. Dark comics are the best. It's a shame that Carl Barks wasn't around to draw this book. The Battle for Jollibee. Yeah, I like the art. I really like the art in Escape. Yeah, it's really good. In the hands of a lesser person, anthropomorphic war story would be not great. Like, one of the popular books right now is Stray Dogs, or is it Stray Dogs and then Feral? A couple of those books. I think the same teams are working on those. I think Tony Fleeks is the writer on that. But those kind of books, they're kind of this dark stories with animals. I'm not really into those. So, no. It has to do with like art style, what the story they're telling, and genre. Really like make it up. I never showed that. Yeah, that's my Art Spiegelman image. Pretty sure that was a stream everyone's saying I was lucky I missed. What? Okay. So this is one of 2 back issues that I picked up. It was in a set that I bought at that store in called Space Cat. It's a really cool Batman Grendel crossover written and drawn by Matt Wagner, who is the creator of Grendel. Grendel's one of the kind of cornerstone indie characters books from the 80s, 90s. And I love Grendel's design. I love his character. He was kind of one of the first to do like the anti-hero of comics that was the main character. And I think Matt Wagner even said that he took basically the character of Batman and said, what if he was a bad character? What if he was a villain? And could I make that character interesting? And so that's kind of who Grendel is, at least this form of Grendel, which is Hunter Rose. Grendel has been a bunch of different characters. The mantle of Grendel has been for a bunch of different characters, but the original was Hunter Rose. And he's like this very rich guy who can buy or do anything. And then he goes out and is a vigilante, but in a horrible, villainous kind of way, as opposed to Batman, who does it for the good of other people. So yeah, it's awesome because Batman was the inspiration for Grendel, but as time went on and, Matt Wagner became an established creator, it's kind of cool to see him do this crossover with the character that inspired his character. So there's 2 books in this. This one's called Devil's Riddle and the other one's Devil's Masque. I believe Matt Wagner did another crossover with Batman that was even later, but I think this is the first one. And if I'm not mistaken, they even have some originals of this book at one of the stores that I go to here in the city called Comics Experience, because I think the owner of that store was like friends with Matt Wagner or something, but I've seen some of the originals up in the store. I think I even have it in the trailer that I cut for that store. Let me see. Comics Experience. Let me see if I took I'm pretty sure I took a shot of some of the did I? Well, maybe I just did the Grendel stuff. Can you see it when you walk in the shop? Maybe at the end? You can't see it. Let's see. Sort of. Like up behind Zoe's head. Those black frames behind her head. There's some images there of Matt Wagner stuff from this book. I thought I had. Oh yeah. Here it is. Yeah. This is from that book. Whoop. I knew I had some. So it's kind of cool. Like we'll see if we can find these. Oh. We'll see if we can find these actual pages as we flip through these. Okay. Matt Wagner. One thing with Matt Wagner's art is like he loves like the art of storytelling in comics, and so he uses like tons of different kinds of layouts and like a lot of little panels, and since he's also writing, he has a lot of dialogue in his stuff. But yeah, I like his artwork. He's always kind of pushing what storytelling can be. That's cool. That's cool. Definitely more like noir stuff. This is a crazy cool Grendel piece right here. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he's got this like noir flavor to his work, which is in Grendel and also obviously Batman. So it's just like a very natural crossover between the two characters. But man, does he cram in a lot of dialogue. Grendel's such a cool design too, really iconic mask. And even though the character Grendel changed, like who Grendel was, that mask kind of stayed the same. So you always made this connection with like, oh yeah, that's Grendel, even though one time Grendel was a girl or Grendel was like this alien creature. Always had the like markings of Grendel. Yeah, this is classic Grendel, just kind of hanging out, pontificating. Let me just see if I can find... I love these covers, too. This color is nice on these covers. Let me see if I can find that page. Grendel, too, as a character, is very, like, Shakespearean and, like, melodramatic. Trying to see if I can find that page of Grendel and Batman fighting. That is the original at Comics Experience. Oh, that's cool. Tim Sale is an artist that I've looked at and talked about on my stream before, and he worked on Grendel for a little bit, and you can see how him and Matt Wagner kind of influenced each other. Is that from the same series? Because I'm not finding this page. Ah, here it is. This page right here. That's awesome. So look at all these, so many panels, but like just every like pose, punch, kick between Batman and Grendel. And then this piece right here is right there. So cool. I have to go back to the store and look at it closely. Just because I'm holding the book right now. So cool. Colors are cool. Really limited palette. Gives it that noir touch. Cool. It must be this interesting like balancing act, right? If you are the creator of Grendel and you are doing a crossover with one of the most iconic comic book characters of all time, like you don't want Grendel to be like a chump and get beat up, but at the same time you've got to respect like Batman. So it must be this interesting balancing act of like, how do I make my character stand up and compete with Batman, but also not overtake the attention or the pedestal that Batman deserves to be on too. So kind of cool. This is great. I'm glad that I got to pick up both of these at the same time. These are in perfect condition and nice format. I like that it's thicker than one single issue, each of these volumes. And it was just classic Matt Wagner Grendel stuff. So really cool. Batman Grendel, Devil's Riddle, I think is issue 1, and Devil's Masque is issue 2. Hunter Rose, yeah, which is a cool name. Is Grendel a woman or just a slender man? Both. They have these cool omnibuses that Dark Horse released. I picked up this second volume a while ago because of this story with the female Grendel. She's like a descendant of Hunter Rose. I think either maybe a granddaughter or something. And it was drawn by the Pander brothers, who are these crazy dudes out of Portland, Washington. They had such a cool, different style at the time. And I loved their style as a kid. So it's cool to see, like, here's Grendel, but it's a female, right? So, but yeah, he's kind of androgynous a little bit. He's very lanky, not a muscle hero. Kind of like a Spider-Man kind of build. Let's see. Wait. Did your volume just peter out? Did it? Can you guys hear me? He's trying to communicate with us No, he's whispering to himself for 2 minutes. I want to eat pig's feet right now. What? Okay, wait. Sorry. I'm behind now. Wow, I'm really behind. Pretty sure there was a stream everyone was saying I was lucky I missed. Okay, I remember that. Tony's my buddy. He's working on Deathstroke now too. Tony. Which Tony? Fleeks? Is it Tony Fleeks is your buddy? Oh, was that the Deathstroke? Hang on now. Is it the new Deathstroke series? Oh yeah. So this series he's working on? That's cool. Yeah, I've been enjoying this one. I didn't think I would, but I've been enjoying that Deathstroke series. Hang on. Jeez. Bring back pornographic cats named Fritz. Have you ever seen that animated film, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969? It's crazy. Stream where you reviewed whatever hack book you were talking about. I hope Mark's okay. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be concerned about someone missing one show, but the man does make coolicles a part of his diet. We'll check in with him if we don't hear from him by the end of the stream. When I hear Grendel, I always think of the old English myth. That's where the name came from. Yeah, I like these covers too. They're awesome. Really nice coloring on these covers and beautiful imagery. Batman is literally one misplaced punch away from already being a villain. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. Would not Karl Barks have said, to each according to his need, from each according to his ability? Whoa. I like those covers. Hunter Rose, Christine Spar, Brian Song. Were those the Grendels? Was Christine Spar? I think you're right. Yeah, what I love about these omnibuses is you can kind of see the different progression. And it's genius. Grendel's genius of a character because it allowed Matt Wagner to go... Christine Spar. That's right. It allowed Matt Wagner to go into different genres, different time periods, like jump around. It was great. Great idea. It was a trilogy. Devil's Riddle, Devil's Masque, Riddler's Masque. Oh. Did I miss that? But this one says book 2 of 2. Maybe that third book, Riddler's Masque. Are you joking? If you're not joking, I know that he did another Grendel Batman crossover, so maybe is that a continuation of this? But this, they say 1 of 2 and 2 of 2, so I'm assuming these were supposed to be self-contained with each other. Okay, I've been whispering by myself. That thumbnail made Rocky forget all about Durian and reminded me he needs to pick up a couple of watermelons. It's a new streaming technique I've been trying myself on the draw streams. Mumbling? Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in it. I can bring my mic closer. Bancroft was inspired to try it out after noticing his resemblance to Megamind. Sorry. Okay. Cranberry says this looks good. I like it. Grendel's a yes. First Grendel was a man. Dude, then woman, then dude. Thank you, Mr. Monkey. Shakespearean, yes. I think you should read Grendel, Michael Bancroft. I think you'd like it. If you're the creator of Grendel, you don't want him looking like a chump. They got around that by pretending nobody knows who wrote Beowulf. Christine Spar, yes. Portland, yes. I believe, Portland, Oregon. I believe the Pander brothers are from there. They're like filmmakers. They started off as illustrators. I think they worked at like some store and were just doing display drawings. They met somebody from Dark Horse. Oh, gosh. I can't remember the story. But they met somebody from Dark Horse. They gave him a chance. They drew an image. And then they pitched, I think it was Matt Wagner. They met Matt Wagner, and then they drew an image of the female Grendel, and then he hired them to illustrate it. Portland, Oregon, but some of the suburbs are Washington called Greater Portland. Yeah, what's going on with... I like that Deathstroke cover. I actually didn't like this cover, to be honest. It was like, it didn't make any sense to me. It was just like a dude's back. Yeah, I didn't like this cover, but I like the book. It's like a film, the way it plays out. Don't take the Riddler's mask. Okay. Where's Mark? I didn't fall asleep. No one will blame you after Rocky's mumble-thon. Okay, I will talk louder and clearer, everybody, for this last book. So this was an interesting little thing I found at Space Cat. Again, they've got all sorts of interesting back issues that I would have never found or even be looking for. So this was something, what struck me was the cover, because I was like, ooh, Mignola, all red. What is this? And it's like a fanzine called Paper Museum. So as far as I know, the owners of this company that printed this. I think it's a guy by the name of Jai Knits. Yeah. And he's just self-publishing. He just started self-publishing some stuff. And then this guy, Nick Darrington, he's a fantastic artist. He did a run on Batman called, I think it was Batman Universe. He's a really, really good artist. And I don't think he's working on anything regular. He had a run on Doom Patrol as well. And I think Flex Mentallo. But anyway, he's a great artist. Just hasn't done so much work, but I think he's affiliated with this. But what I loved about it was the format. So regular comic book size was this big, and it's bigger. I think this is bigger than 8.5 by 11, though. I don't think it's 8.5 by 11. Oh, no, it's 8.5 by 11. 8.5 by 11, but it's got this cool, like, thick stock for a cover, matte stock for a cover, which makes the colors pop. So this was Mike Mignola, Mike Allred, Steve Purcell, he's a good friend of Mike Allred. He's a creator, did a book called Sam and Max, worked in animation and video games. And then this is a Kevin Nolan drawing, which doesn't look like Kevin Nolan, but it's awesome that he did it. And so, yeah, they put together this, like, self-published, independent, like, anthology. I don't know. I saw 2 issues of this, and I only picked up 1. But it's black and white. The artist on this first one is Phil Hester. Mick Gray is the inker on this. Phil Hester did... The only time I think we've looked at Phil Hester's stuff on stream here is he did an issue of one of the G.I. Joe silent missions. One of the good ones, actually. I think it was Beachhead, maybe. But he's got this nice graphic, very, very graphic flat style, heavy shadows. So it's cool to see this in black and white. It's awesome. And then this is some of Nick Darrington's work, which this is really simple for Nick Darrington. Do I have that Doom Patrol? Yeah. This is Nick Darrington's work. That he did with Doom Patrol. And yeah, it's just great. Oh, I love the way he drew this character. This was written by Gerard Way. He was one of the members of the band. My brain is going. Gerard Way, My Chemical Romance. And he also wrote Umbrella Academy. But yeah, Nick Darrington did this run on Doom Patrol, which was awesome. And this is kind of his stuff. Yeah, I've even seen some stuff that's even been way more rendered. Like he would just do cover work that was like super rendered, amazing. But yeah, really good artist. So this looks like a super simple for Darrington's work. But it's just a fun format. It's like big, black and white. And this is kind of like a newsprinty paper. This is also drawn by Darrington. Yeah, this must have been early on Nick's career. Did you hear my cat? And then this is another artist here, Tom Fowler. So it's fun. I don't know, just a black and white format, self-published, indie-published book. But they have ties to a lot of the Dark Horse guys, so I don't even know what the connection there is. But it's called Paper Museum, like a little anthology of black and white stories. I don't even think any of them are like connected in any way, or there's like a running genre. Here it is. Paper Museum is a collection of stories with action, adventure, intrigue, and romance. Journey through unexplored jungles, dark pulp alleys, fairy tale paths far flung. It's like whatever it is. It can be anything. But it's cool. It's a cool little find. And yeah, I wouldn't have ever heard of this book if I didn't just like discover it in a back issue box. Gerard Way. Yes. Yeah, he's a huge comic fan. Umbrella Academy is one of his more successful creations. Yeah. He even draws. I think like with the Umbrella Academy, one of those volumes, I think they even had like some of his initial sketches of the characters and stuff. Yeah, check it out. I have to go look up, I think it's 100 cupboards. Cupboards. Rocky put Gerard Way's band name out of his mind ever since his mom refused to buy him that My Chemical Romance hoodie at Hot Topic. Looking back, I suppose it was just a phase after all. Yes, is there something going on with chat? It looks like comments are dropping. Comments are dropping? What's going on with my channel? Things are falling apart here. Okay. I think maybe people are just getting bored, Cran. All right, let's get to voting while people are still awake. Where's my poll? All right, here we go. So, just to recap. Oh, goodness. Now it's all out of order. Just to recap. Everything? Okay. So, Batman Hush 2, the last part, issue 6 of part 1 of Batman Hush 2 by Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Jeff Loeb as the writer, Alex Sinclair on art. Absolute Wonder Woman number 20. The part 5 of this storyline. Kelly Thompson's the writer, Hayden Sherman, the regular artist on Absolute Wonder Woman, and Jordi Belair on colors. Hyde Street. Oh my gosh. Hyde Street number 12. Amazing artwork by Ivan Rice, written by Jeff Johns. The storyline is the Butcher of Hyde Street. He's just coming in and like killing people, killing the residents of Hyde Street. Look at that spread. Oh my gosh. Frightening. Exquisite Corpses number 13, last issue of this series. Season 1 ended with a bang, no pun intended. But it's just this awesome story of competing families, conspiracy theories, and whatnot, of who controls what in the world. Superman, Father of Tomorrow, the first issue in Danny Earls's book. He's the artist on this book. What if it's an Elseworld story of Superman? What if Superman's father was the one who survived in the explosion of Krypton? Escape number 7, the first issue starting the next arc of Rick Remender and Daniel Acuña's war story, anthropomorphic war story, World War II. Surviving World War II. Batman Grendel, this 2-parter, Devil's Riddle, Devil's Masque, where written and drawn by Matt Wagner, the creator of Grendel. This amazing crossover between the two. And then Paper Museum, this unusual anthology, black and white anthology by Jay Nitz and Nick Darrington. They just put together a bunch of different black and white stories in this cool little format. All right. Let me copy this link. I'll post it in the chat, and then we will see if anybody's still around to vote. Okay, it's pinned to the chat. Typical Tea Green dropped a link. She said, you don't have to open the link, Rocky. Oh, but I do. Oh, 100 covers. What is it? I missed the conversation though. Is it good? Are you reading it? It looks like a graphic novel, right? Is it something I should be reading? I'm always for recommendations. You're telling me he wrote Umbrella Academy? Yes, Gerard Way wrote Umbrella Academy. Yeah, it looked like comments popped up. Then when I went into them again, they weren't there. Could just be my signal or something. I don't know. Yeah, my cat's going crazy. It's that time I told you guys. 5 o'clock. Well, I guess it's a little late. That's why they're bugging me. I click Lynn's link. The next book, Goodbye Tooth, sounds like Mark's future if he persists in eating Coolicles by the... I just see Mark like passed out in a jar of Coolicles as the stream is playing. Do I vote for Exquisite Corpses or try to tie up the votes? Vote with your heart. Hyde Street is winning right now. 2 votes, Hyde Street. Superman Father Tomorrow, 1 vote. Nice. Escape number 7, 1 vote. Batman Grendel, 1 vote. Awesome. I can't pick 2. What would you pick? What are the 2 you would pick, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969? Danny Earls is... Bancroft's voting for Danny Earls. Yeah. That dude, I hope to meet him in person one day. He just seems like a really stand-up dude. Like, he could be full of himself. You know, like... just a high achiever, jock, whatever. He's just like, nah, he just loves comics. Just wants to be a comic book artist, and he's putting in the work to do it. Every chance he gets. Like, he got to meet Todd McFarlane and then ended up doing a cover for Spawn, which was amazing. He was like sitting next to Frank Miller at one convention and got to meet, like, I think go out to dinner with him. Like, just awesome stuff like that. As always, I will wait to vote. Mo Biggs voted Batman Grendel. Nice. Is a Coolicle like a gay time? I think I remember you mentioning a gay time. Coolicles are handmade. So unless you can make your own gay time, what am I saying? Yes, true. It's a pickle except with Kool-Aid as the brine. Yes. Look it up. There's recipes out there. I mean, I don't think it's that complicated. 2 votes. 5 votes so far. 2 votes, Hyde Street, 12. 1 vote, Father Tomorrow, 1. 1 vote, Escape. 1 vote, Batman Grendel. Cranberry voted for Escape. Nice. Wow, you had 3 you liked this week. Golden Gate Time is basically what we would call a good humor bar. But can you make it homemade? That is a quote. That is a quote to remember right there. Gosh. Maybe Mark said, but does it start with a cucumber? I think it starts as a pickle. I think it's taking just the pickle jar and adding Kool-Aid to the pickle juice. I think. Oh. All right, everybody vote, because we got a winner already. We have a winner. Where's that crappy music? There we go. Bancroft's voting now. Are you getting into this tie game now yourself? Gosh dang it, Bancroft. Don't let these coolicles influence you. Hyde Street, 12 is 2 votes. Batman Grendel, 2 votes. Those are both really good books. We do have a tie. I think it's a little strange too. Who knows? Ain't no way I'm gonna pickle cucumbers. I'm already impatient for just pickles sitting. Yep. That would like double the time you'd have to wait. Your voice counts in the chaos. It was a blue-green cover that did for me. It's a nice cover. It's a great cover. Great use of green. Maybe you're biased too, because I know you like your greens. Great cover though. Both of them are. Wouldn't it take the same amount of time to start with cucumbers if you already have the brine? I think it would take you the same amount of time to break a tie in my polls as it would to make a coolicle. 2 votes. 2 votes. 1 vote. 1 vote. No. Oh, Mr. Monkey Boy gave it. Okay, I'm going to look at this. What is this link? Beautiful Western about... Oh, this is the book, right? The Undertaker? Yes. Yeah, the artwork's awesome. I mean, the cool thing with it getting this, the attention it's getting now, it's nice that it's being translated in English too. And when I was in France, these were huge. Like, an Undertaker was everywhere. That's why I picked up that book. I was like, I don't know anything about this, but this process book is cool. All right. All right, I'll keep my eye out for Undertaker. Okay, dang it with this poll. Be part of the Cool Kids Club. Okay, where are we at? 2 and 2. I'm gonna have to redo this poll now. So Hyde Street 2, Batman Grendel 2. That's where we're at. I'm gonna edit this poll. Hyde Street and Batman Grendel. Okay. And then I'm going to reset the poll. All right. Same link, guys, I think. Is that the same link? I think it's the same link. KYP. Yes. Go vote. What a waste of a vote. Rocky, do you really want 2 tied polls in the same day? No. We got to break the tie. Rocky is learning skills for when he applies for a job at Dominion. 2 votes. All right, I'm going to do this. Where is it? We're going to get serious here. Wait. There we go. We're going to do a countdown for this. Okay. No cyanide allowed in cooler. Oh, who's the 3rd vote? Who's the 6th vote? This would be a perfect time for Mark's Music Obsession to show up. This is... What am I gonna have to do here? 6... Okay, Steampunker. Did you vote already, though? You guys. Somebody. I'm at 0 already. Countdown is over. Somebody break this tie. What can I do to incentivize a tie break? Wait, let me see. It says that there are 9 people watching now, and we only have 6 votes. So somebody's not voting, or one of those viewers is me. Possible. So let's just say 8 people are watching. Sumo Thori, just pick one. Just pick one, Sumo Thori. Save us. Save us. Come on, man. I'll play your soundbite. I'll play the pig feeder lady video if you guys don't break this tie. How's that for incentive? You'd all have to wait while I go back and watch. Oh my gosh. No getting the cats to vote either. Only vote if you have an alt to vote twice. We need the tie. I can do a quick review, Sumo Thori. I'm sure everybody would appreciate that. What happened to my window here? That's bothering me more than the tie is at the moment. Oh, that's what happened. Because I moved the window. I don't want to be an uninformed... Where did... Okay, so the 2... Oh, I only have to do 2 books. Somebody put me out of my misery. Hyde Street. This is an amazing book. Ivan Rice, Jeff Johns, Ghost Machine crew. Look at this incredible artwork. It's horrific, violent, incredible characters, dramatic, and it's also giving us more information on the Butcher of Hyde Street. Look at this jerk. Could like kill Boy Scouts. Who does that? Butcher of Hyde Street does that. Amazing stuff here. Or the other one that's tied, or that's the other vote, is Batman Grendel. So the creator, one of the most well-known independent creators out there, Matt Wagner. He also does a lot of mainstream stuff as well, but very much known for his creation, Grendel. Did a crossover with Batman. And this is a 2-volume, 2-issue crossover that came out in 1993. Holy cow. But it's a noir story where just basically, I don't know anything about the story, but Batman and Grendel cross worlds. But amazing layouts in here. Awesome stuff. Awesome moments here with Grendel. Look at this incredible fight page between Batman and Grendel right here. Cool stuff. So, isn't that great? So can you vote now? Is that enough information for you to vote? I think the polls have officially closed. It would be anti-American for me to vote now. I'm going to remember this, you guys. Stop the steal before I send in the alternate electors. The chat would kill me. That's true. That's true. Just don't change the thumbnail, Rocky. That would be T Green's choice. He'll claim cat number 2 caused the leak in his water pipe and send home the poll watchers. Is this officially a tie? Oh, gosh. You guys. I got nothing. Actually, I got a lot of other stuff I borrowed from the library, but I'm not going to extend this stream because of it. This is going to eat into Michael Bancroft's time. Michael Bancroft, the fact that you are part of this tie, this is eating into your precious streaming time. He probably already left. Even though I live in a foreign land of Hawaii, I'm a true patriot. Well, dang it. It says that 10 are watching now. Okay, whoever is out there that is not in the chat, somebody vote. Click the link and vote to break the tie. Don't worry, it'll be fine. In an hour. Oh, dang it. Do you ever have ties in your votes? I know you do voting on yours. You never get ties. How do you do it? I wish I had an eagle sound. Caw-caw! Caw! I'm tired. I'm really exhausted. All right. I've hit refresh like 1,000 times now. And I lost a subscriber. This is the worst stream ever. 698 subscribers. 6 votes with 9 people watching. What is happening? Rocky, enough with these Fulton County schemes and scams. Wow, steampunker. Are you at?
Pick feed the lady. Pick feed the lady. Pick feed the lady. Pick feed the lady. Pick feed the lady.
That's what you get. That's what you get for pulling the Mo Big style joke. That's right, steampunker. All right. Fine. The people have spoken. Democracy wins. Now I'm going to encourage you guys to storm the Capitol. Freedom reigns. It's a beautiful thing. Maybe that's perfect for Memorial Day. Freedom wins. It's all dramatic. We've done our share for King and Country here, guys. We can be proud. We can be proud. That's right. Oh, geez. God bless all of you guys. All right, fine. Fine. I'm patriotic. I accept it. I accept the results. I'm as good of a loser as I am a winner. Well, now that you decided to play that, I didn't vote in the last poll because that would break the tie. How do you like that, Apples? I could have voted. I could have, but that would have been cheating. I'm going to call it a tie. Okay? But look at this. Something happened. I didn't vote. Just saying. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I think for the way that ended. I think. It's not what I was hoping for, not what I was expecting, but that was fun nonetheless. Please hit the like and subscribe to get me back to $6.99. Please? Come on. I beg you. No, we'll get to 700. I'm not worried about that at all. But we might lose more than just one subscriber after this stream because what the heck was that? What was that? What was the point of all that to end with a tie? But both great books, Batman, Grendel. I just realized this, guys. I'm slow. This one says Batman Grendel, and this one says Grendel Batman. That is cool. That's a cool touch right there. Grendel Batman being the second one. So maybe he's ending that on top, if you know what I'm saying. But the two tied books today was Batman Grendel, crossover by Matt Wagner, and Hyde Street. Awesome horror book from the Ghost Machine guys. There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of fun stuff. Why does it just say new subscriber, Cranberry and Langer, subscribe to your channel? Why did it just say that, Cranberry? I'm insulted. What the heck? Did you unsubscribe? Okay, I'm not going to even look closely. I don't know what's going on anymore. What is reality? What is truth? I don't know. But there is a lot of good stuff out there. A lot of good books that came out this week. A lot of fun stuff that I picked up. Those back issue things. Just a lot of fun conversation with you guys. Recommendations from Bande Dessinée from our friend Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. So much good stuff. So much great stuff. Comics. Comics never fails to excite me and surprise me because there's just something for everybody out there. So hopefully you guys saw something you liked this week, enjoyed talking about comics and everything else. But I really appreciate you guys being here. Please make sure you hit the like and subscribe and tell all your friends about the ridiculous shenanigans. Cranberry Langer's just subscribed. I don't. What is going on? All right, Kiwi. What the heck? I'm so confused. I'm broken. You guys broke me. Awesome. So fun. All right, you guys, make sure you go watch Bancroft's show. That's the last thing I'll do. I don't know, Bancroft. I don't know if you deserve this. No, of course you do. Where is it, though? It was... No. Oh, no. Yes. Redirect. See, I'm getting better at this. Here we go. Bancroft. Saving them for you. You can have the Thai band. The Thai band. Sending them your way. Go check out Bancroft's art share. I gotta cook dinner. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a great weekend if I don't see you before the weekend. And thanks again for being here. I super enjoyed it. Cranberry Langers was first in the chat. Peace. See you later.